Leo sat heavily at a table in the middle of the page and pod. He was a new corporate employee, barely a month into his very first job at a major global consulting firm. He stared blankly at his laptop, but he was not typing. His shoulders were slumped and his eyes were red. Leo had entered the corporate world with big dreams, but reality was crushing him. His teammates always spoke to him rudely, ignored his actual skills, and forced him to do odd jobs like fixing paper jams or ordering lunch. He felt completely disrespected. Aunt Sasha watched him from behind the counter. She knew that look. It was the crushing weight of feeling worthless in a place where you wanted to shine. She walked over gently. With a kind smile, she set down a frosty, sweet glass of iced coffee. Beside it, she placed a fresh, steaming slice of oven-baked banana cake, its rich aroma filling the air. Leo sniffed the air, tracking the delicious scent up to Sasha's warm eyes. "Take a break, young man. You cannot fix a heavy problem on an empty stomach." Leo took a bite of the fluffy cake and a sip of the cold coffee. He felt an instant rush of comfort. "I went to college for 4 years to analyze financial data, Sasha. But today, my senior threw a stack of dirty folders on my desk and yelled at me to organize them by color before lunch. When I asked about the quarterly project, they just laughed and told me to stick to the easy stuff. They treat me like a servant, not a colleague." Aunt Sasha wiped down the wooden table. A spark of clever mischief flashed in her eyes. "Leo, let me tell you a short story about a brilliant young scholar named Alan." Leo ate his cake and listened closely. Alan joined a grand royal library to translate ancient maps, but the senior scribes were lazy and jealous. They made him sweep the floors and carry heavy boxes of ink. They told him he was too young for real work. Alan did not complain. Instead, he swept the floor so perfectly and organized the ink boxes by a secret, complex code that only he understood. Soon, whenever a scribe needed a specific color or a clean room, they had to ask Alan exactly where it was. Alan became the only person who knew how the library actually ran. He didn't demand respect. He made himself impossible to ignore. Aunt Sasha leaned in closer. Her voice became a warm whisper. "Your team gives you odd jobs because they think those tasks are beneath them, Leo. Stop doing those jobs poorly just because you hate them. Do them with such extreme high-level expertise that you control the office flow. Turn their laziness into your power." Sasha whispered a clever plan into his ear. Leo's eyes went wide, and a brilliant, confident smile replaced his sadness. The next morning, the office was buzzing. Leo Sr., a rude man named Marcus, snapped his fingers loudly. "Hey, rookie, go order the lunch catering for the big client meeting at 1 p.m. and make sure it's good." Instead of looking defeated, Leo smiled. "Right away, Marcus." Leo didn't just call a random restaurant. He used his data analysis skills. He created a highly professional, beautifully formatted digital spreadsheet. He grouped the food choices by dietary needs, calculated the exact cost savings per head, and even added a pie chart showing the most popular office food trends. He emailed the document to Marcus, but he also looped in the department director. 10 minutes later, the director walked into the bay, holding a printout of Leo's lunch sheet. "Who created this data breakdown for a simple lunch order?" Marcus coughed nervously. "Oh, that was just the new rookie, sir. I told him to handle the food." "This is incredible efficiency. You managed to save the company 15% on catering in 20 minutes using advanced predictive analysis. Marcus, why is a talent like Leo organizing lunch instead of working on our new financial portfolio?" Marcus's face turned bright red. He stammered, completely unable to answer. The director smiled at Leo. "Come to my office at 2 p.m., Leo. Let's get you off food duty and onto the core project team." From that day on, no one in the office ever dared to speak to Leo rudely again. That evening, the bell above the cafe door rang happily. Leo walked into the page and pod with his head held high. He ran straight to Sasha and gave her a warm, grateful smile. "I put me on the main portfolio team today. Marcus actually held the elevator door open for me." "I'm very proud of you. You showed them that a true professional brings excellence to everything they touch." Leo sat down at a table to look over his new project files. Sasha watched him, her warm smile slowly fading into sadness as she looked at his glowing corporate laptop screen. She turned around and walked into the dark back office to log her daily sales. Sitting on her desk was a heavy, dusty cardboard box labeled Corporate Archive. Sasha reached inside and pulled out a heavy glass trophy. Etched into the glass were the words, "Executive of the Year, Sasha Vance." She traced her old last name with a trembling finger. She remembered the night she won that award. Her sister had called her 3 times from a hospital room, lonely and frightened, but Sasha had turned her phone off to give a victory speech. By the time Sasha switched her phone back on the next morning, it was already too late. Sasha quietly closed the box, pushing her old life back into the shadows. "I was an expert at building my own kingdom, but I am finally learning how to save someone else's."